me Dan, the Lakers fan. And I got a master plan for the Lakers back to the promised land. Spread the vision through my people, cause we fans are equal. When we reach 20K subs, yeah, we gon' drop a sequel. Another Laker anthem track, watch me run it back. Got the keys to the city where my Laker jack.
What up, Laker family? It's your boy DTLF back with another pregame live stream. And boy, are we hyped. Yes, y'all see the new green screen, man. Had to do it big for today. Big time playoff matchup between the Timber Pups and the Lakers. Super excited, man. Y'all see the graphics on the screen. Man, listen, we've been waiting for some meaningful basketball for quite some time. If you're the Lakers, man, this is going to be it for us. Laker jacket will be coming on when the game starts. However, I wanted to come a bit earlier because I do want to watch that the Heat versus the Hawks game. So we'll be definitely watching that. So I did want to bring to you guys pregame a little bit earlier than usual. But, man, what a game. And listen, for those of you that haven't heard, yes, Rudy Gobert has been suspended for today's game. And also, yes, it's going to be really tough, even without Rudy Gobert, even without Nazi Reed. And they also don't have Jaden McDaniels. But they're going to put up a fight. We're talking about playing for your life, for your season life. You know, they worked so hard all regular season just to get here. I'm sure they're not going to lay down for us. So we got to come out here, man, and we got to take it from the get. You know, Lakers got to do what they got to do. Alex says, Dan, we do not need LeBron on his Kobe mode tonight. Just let AD, please. It's prime matchup for him. Bruh, Listen, man, we need everybody to step up. We cannot take this team for granted. We're going to come out here, man, and we have to just show up for sure. But I agree with you that we don't need LeBron to do too much, but we need him to do enough. I'm thinking a 30-point game, 7 assists, 8 rebounds. But most importantly, the Lakers have to play defense tonight, right? These Timber Puppies, they're no joke. You see this guy right here on my right. He's an absolute monster, and he's going to be looking to, listen, the playoffs is where heroes are born. So these guys are still looking to etch their name in history. And I know the play-in isn't technically the playoffs, but it kind of is, right? It has that March Madness feel to it, and it's right on the skirts of the playoffs. It's no longer a regular season, so it's right in between the playoffs and regular season. Man, it's going to be something insane to watch. I think this team is primed and ready, though. The Lakers they look motivated. They've already been going through game film together. These guys want it bad, and I cannot wait to see them roll out, the best version of ourselves. Trust me, if the Lakers play defense in this game, we will win. But that is the key, man. That is the key. It's not the offense. The offense, both teams are going to play offense, but it's our defense. Can we slow down Anthony Edwards, Karl-Anthony Towns, and Mike Conley, who, by the way, has been killing us on pick and rolls. So we got to make sure we come out here primed and ready. You see the guy right here to my right. He's going to be ready for sure. Is Anthony Davis going to step up and feast? Because remember, no Rudy Gobert, no Nazi Reed. It's basically AD versus, Cat. So I expect Anthony Davis to come out here and feast. Malik Beasley already talked about getting revenge on his former team. So I'm hyped, y'all. This is the most important game we've had since the 2020 championship. So I'm extremely hyped for it. And how do you guys like the background graphics? You're going to see more of this now with the green screen. So hopefully you guys like it. Lakers are moving up, so your boy had to be moving up as well. Got to get the lighting right and all that stuff. But, man, it's going to be a blast. Max says, do live reactions, Dan. Oh, we're going to get a couple live reactions this postseason for sure. I already got the boys coming through for some of those, so that should be fun. Can't do it today, though. I've been extremely busy. I haven't been able to set that up. But, I mean, there will be some live game reactions for you guys this postseason. I expect the Lakers to make it into the postseason, so I'm not too concerned with that. Guy Smithson, I appreciate you, brother. Thanks for Super Chat. He said, must-win game for the rest and the seeding. Yes. If we win tonight, we get 4 days off, so it's a must-win, of course, for the Lakers. Not just that, but they take care of business. We're going to be feeling really confident, and then we can prepare for that game versus the Memphis Grizzlies. So, right now we got to take it one step at a time. We can't look over this team just because they're depleted. They're going to be hungrier than ever. They got a chip on their shoulder. They've been hearing all the talk from ESPN talking about, they're self-destructing and all of that. Listen, man, sometimes the most dangerous teams are the ones trying to lick their wounds, right? And that's a Cat reference right there. This is a team that's on the ropes, and all we got to do is step in that ring and knock them out. Don't let them, catch a second win. Do not let this team, we don't want to go into the fourth quarter with a single-digit game. We don't want to do that because then it gets really dangerous and then anybody can win. But we are at home. We must protect this house, Laker fam. And I'm ready, man. This feels like a boxing match. The Timberwolves, remember, they were pounding their chest last year when they beat us and officially, I wouldn't say eliminated us, but we eliminated ourselves. We had a poor season, but they put the nail on the coffin on any chance of a play-in last year, and Cat was pounding his chest. And these guys, it's time to pay them back for what they've done, right? Definitely. Alex, appreciate you, man. He said, God forbid, Dan, but what happens if we lose? We still have a chance, right? If we lose, we become the 8th seed, and then we face whoever won between the Pelicans and the Thunder. But let's not speak such horrific thoughts into existence, man. Lakers are going to win tonight. They have to win tonight. That way they can get their rest, and that way they can start game planning for the Memphis Grizzlies, right? Why so early? Because I do want to watch the Hawks versus the Miami Heat game, and this is playoff basketball, so I must watch, man. That's why I came on a little bit early. But hopefully you guys enjoy the new graphics, man. Again, we're moving up with the channel. Subscriber count going up, so we got to bring that fire, that heat. He said we can't allow them to have a what? Congo line to the rim? What does that mean? I never heard of that term. Beasley 10 from 3-pointers tonight. I expect these guys, man. Listen, all these ex-Timberwolves have an extra chip on their shoulders. I'm talking D'Angelo, Vanderbilt, and of course Malik Beasley. But this cannot turn into a personal thing. We still have to play team ball. Defense is what's going to win this, okay? Defense is what's going to win this matchup tonight, and it's what we have to do in order to take care of business moving forward throughout the postseason, all right? Keys to tonight's game. Obviously, LeBron and AD have to get going, but let's feed the beast that is Anthony Davis, all right? Pussycat cannot guard AD, all right, one-on-one. That's why he needed backup. He needed Nazi Reed. He needed Rudy Gobert. He doesn't have that tonight. So it's our job to exploit that and go right at his chest, make him play some defense, get him into foul trouble, and don't let him have all that energy on the offensive end, man. He said, go Lakers. We saw all the 82 games in the season for this moment. I'm really happy that we got it after a lot of bad losses this season. I'm from Brazil, and I'm always with you, Dan. Let's go Lakers. Appreciate you, Eduardo, man. Shout out to Brazil in the building. I expected a big game from our Lakers. You know what, Tasia? I expect a huge game from especially our star players because they are the leaders of this team and the role players as well. This is one that has the whole team as a unit written all over it. Keys to tonight's matchup. We have to make sure that we pound the ball inside. They're very thin in the front line. That is clearly the weakness. And I hope that the coaching staff and the players are just, mentally aware and we exploit these mismatches. They cannot hold our jock strap right now. So we got to make sure we take it right to their chest and we finish at the basket, right? Am I going to the game tonight, Dad? I am not, Tommy, not today. Nazi Reed is back, man? No, I don't think so. I didn't hear nothing about that. Didn't hear nothing about that. Dan, do you think Thompson will get some minutes tonight? I do. I believe at some point Tristan Thompson will get minutes. I'm not sure if they're going to be garbage minutes, though, because he hasn't got too much run, but he's been practicing with the team. So we'll see. He is a veteran. That's the bottom line, right? So I do expect him to get some minutes. I wish Mo Bamba got minutes. He's the one I'm more concerned about. Why has he fallen out of the rotation and all of that, man? Hey, appreciate your coffee. Thank you. Get ready for this game. Cooking some wings. Right ready for the Lakers. Cook the Timberwolves. What up, Dan? What's up, Rico? Get them wings, bro. Hey, listen. Keys to tonight's matchup, we already talked about. Play through AD. Obviously, LeBron got to stay aggressive. Don't settle for too many threes today. We don't need anybody settling. So get after it. And we should be primed and ready. Now, the role players, man, I think they're going to be huge because it's going to be battle of attrition, right? Our role players versus theirs. Who's going to have the better, more productive role players? Remember, playoff basketball changes a lot of things. It changes the pace of games. It changes the aggression. And who is really going to step up and become a hero this postseason? I'm looking at Austin Reeves. I'm looking at D'Angelo. I'm looking at Vanderbilt. I'm looking at Rui Hachimura. Heck, I'm looking at Lonnie Walker if he gets PT. I'm looking at Wenyen Gabriel. Hopefully they slide him down to his natural position to 4. I'm looking at all of our role players to hopefully have a major impact. This is why we brought them here. It's all nice the way we finished the regular season, 4 games over 500. But now is when the real test starts. This is when I expect the guys with some big cojones to step up and have some big matches, not just LeBron and AD, but of course, it starts with the table setters. it starts with the guys at the top, doing what they got to do best, and that's taking over the game. Hopefully, we can control the tempo from early on. That's going to be key because we've been getting off to slow starts lately, and that's something we cannot afford in these crucial games. Sal said, "Go Lakers, let's get greedy." I love that. Let's get greedy, baby. That should be the terminology all playoff long. That should be the slogan right there. Let's get greedy. Let's not settle. Let's not be satisfied. Let's go out here, secure that number 7 spot, and go up against these Memphis Grizzlies, because you know what? That's another team that needs to be humbled. These young cats out here talking, and they're not producing nowadays. So, but you know what? There's a lot of optimism, even amongst the Lakers, that we can make a very deep postseason run, and rightfully so, right? Some of the analysts, even Rondo went on today, and he likes us. He likes the Clippers. Unfortunately, I don't know if Bomber's in his pockets, but he likes the Lakers versus the Clippers. I don't see the Clippers getting past the Suns, okay? But the Lakers, on the other hand, if we could take care of business tonight, I like our chances versus anybody, regardless. But man, it should be fun. Okay, this is going to be, I think, a great game tonight. I am expecting competition. I'm not expecting a blowout. If we blow them out, then I will be ecstatic, right? Because it means we're sharpening up our utensils and getting ready to go to work, man. We're getting ready to feast this postseason. But I'm expecting a dogfight, all right? So, yo, Dan, I think I can remember correctly. You predicted 44 wins. You were pretty much on point. True Lakers fan. You know what, brother? I don't even remember how much I predicted. But if I did, man, shout out to you for remembering that. That's what's up. Usually my predictions land for the most part. So that's pretty cool if I did land that. Yeah, 44 wins. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Dan, should we use Harrison to guard Morant? You know what, Juan? I'm not worried about that series right now. Right now, I'm worried about who we're going to use to guard Anthony Edwards. And Anthony Edwards, I would love to see, obviously, Jared Vanderbilt on him. But we can also put a little bit of Austin Reeves, maybe some Dennis Schroeder. Just mix it up. That way we don't get guys into foul trouble and they could play the majority of the game. But that Ja Morant series, I cannot wait until – listen, we get past this team tonight. I cannot wait to break it all down for you guys, man. It's playoff basketball, baby. We here, man. We here. All right? Only the best of the best remain. The rest already went home. So let's see who deserves to be in. Tonight is going to answer a lot of questions. Also, that Atlanta Hawks versus Miami Heat game is going to be a banger as well. This is why I came on live today, if you guys are wondering earlier, because I do want to watch both games, man, through and through. And so I will be here at the Lakers halftime and then at the post game as well. But, yeah, I definitely want to see that Hawks game versus the Heat. I put some money up on Prize Picks, so shout out to my sponsorship. Definitely check them out if you already have it. Now is the time. There's a lot more predictable outcomes, and, I think you have a better chance of winning some big money. So promo code DTLF for 100% deposit match guaranteed. Up to $100. So definitely check them out if you want to get started with some daily fantasy sports. Any questions, comments, concerns? How we feeling, Laker fam? Y'all like the new background? How hyped are you guys? Are you guys nervous? I'm a little bit nervous, but excited, at the same time, man. I'm nervous and excited at the same time. Then I heard Reeves' contract might be too expensive for the Lakers. Pay no mind. Listen, people are clickbaiting. They understand Austin Reeves' box office right now. So pay no mind to a lot of these articles, man. It's clickbait, bro. If you don't hear from me, Woj or Shams, it's probably not true, right? And even what you hear from us, you still got to take with a grain of salt. So, as far as Austin Reeves go, everything will take care of itself. We're really going to find out what he's made of this postseason, because sometimes players shrink in the postseason. I don't think he'll be that type of player, but let's find out the truth. Laurie said, I'm just happy to be in the hunt again. Me too, man. I'm super happy to be in the hunt as well, man. And it's one of those things where I'm just like, we've been working so hard to get to this point. Now it's about to pay off. As long as we put in the work and continue, we got to have the right work ethic and we got to execute in the half court set, take care of the basketball, and we should be straight tonight. But still, do not take anybody for granted, okay? We take a team like this for granted, it's going to come back to bite us in the you-know-where. So, yeah, let's get it. Let's get it popping, Laker Nation. How y'all feeling about that Hawks versus Heat game, though? Who you guys have? I'm rooting for the Hawks because I like an underdog, but I think the Heat match up better versus Boston, so I'm not mad if they win either. But still, man, that's going to be a fun game as well. Very intense, very competitive. And, again, let's see who steps up for what team and what not. Should be very defensive. Listen, all I ask is that the officials do not get involved that much this postseason. Let them play. Let them play. I see everybody got the Heat. I love it. I love it. Because the Heat are a very good defensive team, right? When they're healthy, they can be very persuasive, you know? Yeah, hey, yo, what up, WSN? Yes, sir. Pre-game early, man, just because I'm trying to catch that Hawk game. He said Young is getting traded this offseason. I've heard the rumors, y'all. Listen, I freaking love Trae Young, man. I don't know why the Hawks would trade him, but if they do, I just hope he goes to one of the teams I like and not one of the teams I dislike. I would hate to see Trae Young on the Celtics, on the Clippers, on the Suns. I doubt he goes anywhere there, but I just don't want to see him anywhere where I can no longer root for him. You know, I even bought his jersey when he made it to the Eastern Conference Finals a couple years back. So, you know, I've always been a fan of his since Oklahoma. I look forward to seeing what he does tonight. As far as the rumors go, it'll be interesting. It's always drama and a soap opera in the NBA, and I cannot wait to see, you know, what happens moving forward. Somebody said D'Lo for Trae Young. Listen, man, I'm not going to disrespect our current players, man. I'm not going to talk trades until off season. But I'm not mad if that happens. Even though I love D'Angelo Russell, I think he's the right one for us moving forward. Very intelligent, heady player, doesn't force anything, a floor general, great passer. He can knock down clutch buckets. He's got ice in his veins. I mean, look, all I'm saying is I love Trae Young, but I'm rocking with my guy D'Lo for now. D'Lo and Dennis for trade. People are already working the trade machine. Man, let's enjoy this game, man. We're going up against the Timberwolves. What are you doing, baby? What are you doing? What are you doing, fam? It's funny, man. People love 2K. We love putting up trade scenarios. But look, bottom line is this, man. It's our time to shine now, right? We try to stay healthy as much as possible. Now we're here. Everybody's available. As far as I'm concerned, right now for the Lakers, we should have the exact same starting lineup. Yes, Dennis Schroeder should be available. He was no longer, on the injury report. So Dennis Schroeder will be available tonight. How many minutes? To be determined. But remember, we did sign a G Leaguer by the name of Shaquille Harrison, and it's going to be interesting to see if he plays at all. And also, how does Dennis look coming off of that injury, right? Hopefully he looks good. We need good version of Dennis, not Call of Duty Dennis, all right? We get Call of Duty Dennis, we're going to be in trouble, right? So we need the good version moving forward, man. This whole playoff stretch, it should be fun. Yeah, they said Karl-Anthony Towns is questionable, but I think he's going to play. Listen, I think Pussycat is going to play. I don't even think he's that much of a pussycat that he won't play tonight. So unless he's running and ducking, they're trying to keep, or they're trying to keep him healthy for it because they already conceded this game. Then I expect him to play, and I expect him to have a good game as well. Unless my guy AD steps up and just locks him down because he's capable, very capable. What does AD have to do tonight? I want him to. You know what? That's a great question, Tasia. I want us to play through him. Now, obviously, LeBron's going to do what he's going to do, but I want us to get him involved often and early. And I want him to demand the basketball. And even if he gets double teamed, I want him to draw fouls. I want him to move the rock at the right time. But most importantly, stay aggressive on both ends of the floor, right? Hopefully he doesn't get into any foul trouble or nothing like that. But, man, I just listen. It's just it has to be a masterclass performance from both LeBron and AD to make me feel comfortable tonight because we know Anthony Edwards can get it going. We know Karl Towns, for some reason, he loves playing the Lakers, right? Offensively, at least. And we know Mike Conley off the screen and roll. You know, he's a very good, capable player. But, you know, they're missing hella people. They're missing too many people that we should capitalize on this opportunity. I'm going to feel really bad about this game if we come up with a loss, which I don't think we will. I will be wearing the new Lakers Lucky jacket. So I don't think we'll come up with a loss regardless. But, you know, it should be a very fun game. I expect highly competitiveness. I expect back and forth until the Lakers can actually pull away. But hopefully that's at some point in the second or third quarter at least, you know. Is Rudy suspended? Yes. Rudy Gobert got suspended by his team. I think the league would have suspended him longer. So the team, you know, they stepped up and suspended him before the league could. That way the league doesn't step in there. But that's just my opinion. I could be wrong. But yeah, they suspended him for punching his own teammate, man. And bad timing for them, great timing for us. You know, I hate to go off against any team that's depleted, but hey, that's the way the cookie crumbles sometimes. Got to take advantage of any and all opportunities, right? Got to. Shout out to Eric, the Lakers fan, man. Thank you so much for the support, brother. I appreciate you, man. Timberwolves' best chances against Denver. They know that. Look, man, doesn't matter. At this point, everybody's just trying to win. You cannot pick and choose your opponents. You have to come out here and give it your best, right? That's it. That's what we have to do. Dan, would you have signed Cousins over Tristan? I would have. You know what? They worked him out. So clearly they saw something they didn't like. Maybe he's not in game shape, or maybe they didn't like his attitude. I don't know. I don't know what it could be. But he was recently on I think, was it the Draymond podcast? No, it was the KG podcast. I saw a little clip this morning where he said he's a top 5 center in this league, or top 3 or something like that. So I think he's talking a little crazy there, but I think he still would have been capable in the NBA to do some damage. I mean, the last time I saw him play, he was with Milwaukee, and he had a couple of good games. So maybe, I don't know. My man said he has no lateral movement. I have not seen him personally. I cannot tell. Public is all over the Lakers. Take Minnesota +8. Wait, what? Hell no. Nobody's taking Minnesota, man. Don't lose your money. Don't listen to this guy. Definitely not. Don't take the Minnesota +8. Hell no. Cousins is in a team in Brazil. No, didn't he go to Puerto Rico or something like that? I thought he's playing for Puerto Rico. No, I don't know. I'm not sure. Tel Carter says, Dan, what do you think of the rumors for the Lakers trading D'Lo, Beasley, and something else for Kyrie in the offseason? I love Kyrie, and if it happens, great. As long as we don't move Austin Reeves or Vanderbilt, awesome. I'd be ecstatic. However, my preference is to keep this team together because they have good chemistry. D'Lo has been not just good on the court, but on the locker room as well. Very confident young guy. If that happens, though, I'm not mad at it. But, I'm leaning more towards keeping the roster we currently have because of the camaraderie and the chemistry. It matters big time, right? And look, we moved up 6 slots from 13 to 7 in the span of a month and a half or so. Imagine what we could do, during the course of a full healthy season. We would be tremendous, right? Is that a green screen in the background? No. I use StreamYard, and you don't need a green screen. That's the beauty of it. But I was planning on buying a green screen, to be honest with y'all. But I mean, StreamYard provides a service, and it's a little glitchy up here or whatever. It doesn't matter. But at the end of the day, I want to give y'all the best graphics I can, man. I want to get y'all hyped because it's the postseason, and just upgrading the channel little by little. But yeah, Raquel, what happened was that I was just doing my research last night. I was like, how can we take it up a notch? It's the postseason, baby, so let's get it. And it turns out StreamYard has an option where you don't even have to purchase a green screen. This looks pretty good to me, doesn't it? How cool does the background look, guys? Rate it 1 through 10. I'm sure this green screen could smoothen out, the little glitches and stuff, but it's not a big deal. But rated 1 through 10, how cool is it? I'm gonna have different wallpapers in the background and stuff moving forward. So hopefully you guys like it. We moving on up. Dan, we will win today. We need to win today. It's a must. I believe in us for sure. I believe in the Lakers, man. I believe in this talent. Even if they had their full roster, I believed in this talent, right? No matter what. So very excited for this potential playoff run that's coming up. I got tons of content for you guys, man. We'll be doing some in-game live reactions, man, some in-game commentary with me and some of the crew that I'm going to invite on here. Maybe game 2 or game 3. Heck, if it goes further than that, maybe we'll do another game. So maybe 1 or 2 games per series we'll do end-to-end, a live stream. It should be fun. But we moving on up, baby. Listen, man, I'm just proud of this team. I'm ready for some damn competitive basketball. You see me coming on early. I couldn't even wait to talk to y'all, man. That's how hyped you guys got me. Appreciate all the super chats, the likes, and the comments, man. You guys are the best. Go get this win tonight, Lakers. They better not disappoint, man. They better not disappoint tonight. Seriously. I like D'Lo more than Kyrie, not talent-wise, but in his energy, that's given the locker room good vibes, and that's one factor for the chemistry. Oh, absolutely. I don't think we can underestimate how positive these young players have been. From the moment they got there, they were all about team, which is so refreshing because we know that some of the players we traded away were not about team. I mean, you got one in Patrick Beverley talking about he's a sport, halfway through a spoon and a fork. And then you got, the Brickmaster feeling underappreciated and speaking through his agent, talking about he was misutilized. Stop it. Nobody forced him to miss all those layups and complain and not willingly come off the bench and all that stuff, man. Nobody forced this guy to do that. But hey, at the end of the day, look, we went 16-7, during the final, after the All-Star break, after the trade deadline, and we overachieved. People thought we couldn't do it. We sure as heck did. Where can I get that shirt, Dan? Bro, almost everything I wear is a gift from Lakers Nation. I'm not exactly sure if anybody knows. If y'all seen this shirt, let my man know in the comment section. But it was a gift. Shout out to my boy Mookie. I believe he was the one who gave me this t-shirt. So yeah, I've been blessed, man. Shout out to Bareface Clothing as well. They also blessed me with some free gear. I mean, listen, if I get free gear, I'm rocking it because anything Laker related, man, I'm definitely gonna represent it. And if I can help an up and coming business at the same time, I'm definitely doing that, man. It's a win-win-win-win. Dan, did you see Skip likes our Lakers? Skip is he's a flip-flopper. I'm not too sold on Skip. I feel like he's just, I don't know what he's doing, to be honest with you. But no, there's no room on this team for any flip-floppers, right? If you weren't with us in our hard times, we don't want you with us in our good times. That's just the way I feel, What's up, Empire Jeff? How you doing, brother? How you doing? Hopefully you're ready to come on around the league, bro, because that final spot is yours this week. Dan, why do you always talk about Russ and players we gave up? LOL. We in the now, not the past. Man, listen. I talk about them because it's a relevant topic, okay? Because Paul George just said that they have our number, yet he's not even going to get past the first round. That's why. If you're really the realist, you should know, right? They have us more in their mouth than we have them in our mouth. I'm just defending my squad at the end of the day. And I'm pointing out the obvious. We're talking about D'Angelo and how positive his impact was. Well, that's why I'm underlining it, right? Pre-game so early, man. I already explained it. I'm watching the Hawks game. That's why. Got to watch the Hawks versus the Heat, man. Listen, all these play-in/playoff games, got to be a blast. Dan, did you see Rondo's comments on First Take? He mentioned that the Clippers were beating the Suns. I love Rondo, man. I think he's great. But listen, I expect the moon to collapse and crash down on the earth before that happens, right? We all know, we all seen this movie. We know the Clippers are fake. The only way they can have a chance in that series is if, Steve Ballmer goes deep into his pockets and, he pays his way out of the first round. That could be the only possible way that, you know what I'm saying? That could be the only possible way. So, Clippers are not beating them. Yeah, no. That would be a miracle. That would be a miracle if that ever happened. I don't see it happening. I got the Hawks, Trae Young, Ice. You know what, Kenneth? I can see the Hawks pulling up and getting a victory tonight. For reals, man. I can see that happening, man. I could definitely see the Hawks pulling up and getting a victory. But it's going to be a long stretch. We all know Miami has, matches up really well. Their game plan is going to take Trae Young out of there. And once they take Trae Young out, that's it for the Hawks. Trae Young is the heart and soul of the Atlanta Hawks. So they're going to have to find a way to set a shit ton of screens and let him get open, man, for some threes. Let him do most of the playmaking. But let's see who else, steps up for them this game. Lakers all the way. Finals. Let's go, baby. Hey, man, if everything lines up, if the basketball gods are willing to, to give us health throughout this postseason, I can see that happening. But, of course, we got to step up and do our part. We cannot come out here lackluster. We cannot come out here lackadaisical like we have been the last 3 games. I have a personal belief that LeBron and AD were coasting, letting the young players and the role players get their confidence up while resting throughout the course of the games. And I think we're now about to see the real version of LeBron and AD throughout this postseason. So I look forward to tonight. I think it's going to be very telling. Very telling. Let's see if my theory was right, or should we be concerned about horrible habits? We'll see. We're either going to be really happy about tonight or really disappointed. One or the other. Just a fan. Appreciate you, man. Thanks for super chat. My man said, let's go Lakers. I appreciate the early pregame show, DTLF. It has me ready to go. Hey, man, I appreciate you, man. Thanks so much for super chat. And yes, let's go, man. Listen, the blood is pumping. It's such an exciting time of the year. This is my favorite time of the year, especially when the Lakers are involved. Because when the Lakers aren't involved, that hype is kind of like, I'm still excited to watch playoff basketball, but it's not the same, right? The world just stops spinning when the Lakers aren't in the playoffs. So, it's going to be really fun to watch it all unravel and see what storylines actually develop and which ones don't. We all looking at so many different series, so many different storylines. We all know about the John Morant, the Lakers versus the Grizzlies, how cocky they were. You know, we all saw what happened with Shannon Sharp and Staples. But now it's put up or shut up time, right? It starts tonight, and if we can advance tonight, we'll go up and try to humble these Memphis Grizzly punks. So I look forward to a potential matchup between the Grizzlies and the Lakers. There's also other matchups in the West. I mean, come on. Suns versus Clippers. Hate both of the teams, but I want to see them destroy each other, man. I literally want to see them get into fights and stuff. You know, I want to see some chaos in that series. We know KD and Russ don't really like each other. Even if they dap it up or whatever, pretend to be cool, they deep down inside, there's still a lot of animosity going on. We know that. And that's what we want to see for the postseason. We want to see some mini rivalries. We want to see some, great battles in the postseason. That's what we need to see for sure. Hi, Dan, fan from Mongolia. I watch your videos often. Oh, man, I appreciate that, man. God bless you, man. Shout out to Mongolia as well, brother. Hey, what time is it over there, man? I'm very curious. Very, very curious. Dan, we are ready. Let's dispatch them dirty wolves and get ready for the dirty Care Bears. I like that. I like that very much so. It's going to be awesome, man. He is too small, but he's clutch, and just heard his name in trade talks. We're talking about trade? Size don't matter. You cannot measure heart when you're talking about the size of a player. I mean, we've seen so many. Let's start with Allen Iverson. Did anybody have a bigger heart than him? Outside of Kobe Bryant and players like that? You know what I'm saying? Allen Iverson is a perfect example of why you can't measure skill with size. I understand that is a, big guards league. Most of them are 6'5" and up. But Trae Young is a cold-blooded killer, man. I wouldn't have his jersey if he wasn't. Just cold-blooded. And he already led his team to the Eastern Conference Finals. Seriously. So, listen, I've always liked this kid since college, and it's going to be fun to watch to see if he can carry his team as the underdog today. The realist is just hating at this point, bro. Don't tell me what to do with my stream. Peace. Deuces. Cat has a calf issue, so the Wolves may forfeit the game. Stop it, man. Look. This storyline right here, the plot thickens, right? So this just could be a diversion, man. What if Rudy Gobert pops up from out of the tunnel and all of a sudden they get momentum? We cannot. I'm not saying that's going to happen. That's clearly not going to happen. But we cannot sit here and be like, oh, this player might not play. This player. Lakers got to come out here and just grab, the bull by the horns. Make sure that they're ready for these Timber Pups. You know what I'm saying? You got to make sure you're ready for these Timber Pups, period. Because if we don't come out here, we saw the G League Jazz led by Kelly Olynyk come out here and give us a run for our money. So it's one of those things, yo. It's one of those things. Haters mad today. Haters mad we upgraded on the channel, man. Big mad. Dan, what is the status on Dennis? We need him. He's going to play today. All right. There's 2 people on the injury report, but they're probable. But we know that everybody's going to play. Nobody's going to miss the game tonight. I'd be shocked if anybody misses. This is a huge game for the Lakers, and this can really set us up for playoff success all the way through, right, until the end. So everything happens for a reason. We lost that game versus the Clippers last week, and they actually, the Clippers set themselves up for failure because now first round they got the Suns. They get lucky enough and they pay their way out of the first round. They got Denver coming up next. So it's going to be one of those things where it's like, hey, here's your prize, clowns. This is what you guys get. They were, and Paul George still talking about the Lakers. Think about that, right? So we pay. Listen, we are living in their head rent free, right? Rent free. Bottom line is this: we're not worried about the Clippers. We're worried about the championship. We have a further down the stretch type of goal. Clippers always worried about us. That's why they never even get to us, let alone to the finals, right? So, all in all, man, I'm feeling great about this game. My guy Maurice said, Lakers brother Dan, how are you, bro? I'm doing good, man. How you doing, brother? I'm doing as good as life can provide. Life sometimes comes with its twists and turns, but it gives you a new perspective on being appreciative for everything you have and those good people you have around you. So it's life is a roller coaster ride, but these are the wonderful moments that we live for. These awesome sporting events. just sharing these moments with the wonderful, beautiful people. Laker fans are the best, by the way. Shout out to you guys. So just be living in the moment and not looking too far down the stretch. Take it one day at a time, fam. But hey, thank you for checking in on me, man. That means a lot, Maurice. Hopefully you're doing well as well. Yes, sir, Jose. I see you, bro. I see you. Hey, listen, haters are mad. There's been a couple comments in the comment section, but it's like, bro, just get your weight up. You don't got to hate up. Just get your weight up. That's a DTLF quote, by the way. Put that on a t-shirt. Yes, sir, Mamba. I see you, bro. He said, Dan, to the next step, Memphis is my target. That would be awesome. Listen, if we could face off versus the Memphis Grizzlies, they're a little bit depleted as well. But I feel like Memphis is a one-trick pony. If you can stop John Morant, you should get that. You should beat them in 5 or 6 games max. If you let John Morant have his way and gritty his way all the way to the free throw line and all that twerking bullshit they get away with, then it's going to be a long series, right? But, sometimes you got to knock somebody on their ass, especially in the playoffs, and send a message. You know what I mean? And that's what I hope. That's what I hope happens there in that series. We got to humble these young cats, man. They think they're champions already. Remember, Josh said he was fine in the West. So what better way to make him eat his words than with a, first round playoff elimination? That'd be great. But nothing's given. They're a very tough team. All right. With or without Aquaman, with or without Brandon Clark, they're going to be a very tough team. It's not going to be a walk in the park. They're very young, very athletic. They got shooters everywhere. They got solid defenders. They like to get out in transition. So if we get sloppy, that could be a long series, right? And we don't want that to happen. But I don't want to jump into that and overlook and disrespect the Timber Pups, because that's who's in front of us right now. And in order for us to beat them, we're going to need Vanderbilt masterclass defensively on Anthony Edwards. If we can hold them to under 30, and we can hold Cat under 30 as well, we win in this game tonight, because they're not holding both of our superstars under 30. And they're not holding our role players, right? We're very deep. So tonight, I think we're going to start flexing our depth. I want us to come out here and just put on a dominant performance. Send these little Timber Pups over to play, their game 7 versus whoever wins between the Pelicans and the Thunder. By the way, those are going to be great games as well. I may just cover them tomorrow. I may not, depending on how my schedule's looking. But yeah, man, how y'all? Man, I'm just so excited, y'all. I'm super excited. If y'all got any more questions for your boy, I'm here, man. This is your time to shine. Y'all got the next 3 minutes or so. Let me know how y'all feeling. Isn't Denver a better matchup for us compared to the Grizzlies? You know what, man? I think we can match up well with anybody. Even if we had to play the Suns in the first round, they would have had their hands full as well. So I doesn't matter who we play. I just think we're good enough to compete with anybody. At worst and at best, we're good enough to beat everybody in a 7-game series. So it's the playoffs, baby. Bring on whoever and everybody. At the end of the day, you get past the first round, guess who we might face in the second round? The Golden State Warriors or the Kings. It could be the Kings, but most likely it's going to be Golden State. And then guess who you're going to face in the third round? It's going to be somebody between Denver and Phoenix, most likely Phoenix. So it's still going to be tough. Any road, any path would have been tough. Didn't matter if we would have if we would become the A seed, hypothetically speaking. Let's say by some horrible chance we lose tonight. God forbid it. Knock on wood that it doesn't happen. But let's say that happens, and then we'd have to face Denver, assuming we beat the next team. Then we would have to face Denver first, and then the Suns second, and then probably Golden State third. So either way, it's going to be a tough path. But would you want to have it any other way? Right? Postseason is about the truth. Everything gets revealed in the postseason. You can really see who the best team is. In the 7-game series, there's no way that, a fluke team can win unless there's an injury or unless the officials were just that atrocious. And it has happened before. It happened to us when we faced the Suns a couple of seasons ago in 2021 to defend our title. We got hurt and they won by default. But people forget we were up 2-1 in that series when we were healthy. So, Ricardo said, Dan, will you ever sell merch? I will definitely buy if you do. That's eventually coming for sure, Ricardo. I mean, I got a couple of things coming. At 24K, we're going to drop a sequel to the anthem, the Lakers anthem. I'm not sure at what point I will sell gear, but it has to be right for me as well as for you guys. I would never sell the good people anything I wouldn't wear or, just to make money. That's not the type of person I am. But I do appreciate your support, man. And I will let you know, bro. I will let you know as soon as I'll probably do some giveaways once I get my own gear before I even start selling stuff. And it has to be Laker related. It has to be badass because you already know the boy has good taste in clothing and stuff like that. So, man. Euphoric Note says LeBron is due for a poster. Might happen tonight. It might happen tonight. I mean, imagine LeBron dunking on the pussycat. That'd be fire, man. That would be fire. And Cat really doesn't play defense, so he's kind of primed and ready for a poster any given night. So should be fun. Denver Nuggets said this playoffs is going to be epic. I hope my Nuggets can play your Lakers in the Western Conference Finals. May the better team win. I wish your Lakers the best. Appreciate you, bro. Same thing to you, man. Same thing to you. I'm rooting for your Nuggets as long as they don't face my Lakers all the way through, man, because this is probably one of the teams I don't hate, because I can't stand the Clippers, can't stand the Suns, don't really like the Warriors. So, yeah, I'm definitely rooting for your Nuggets on the top side of the bracket as long as they don't face my Lakers, man. But it would be fun. Nuggets, Lakers, Western Conference would be fun, man. And by the way, you guys deserve the number 1 seed. You guys are beasts this year, man. Very deep team, very underrated team. A lot of people not mentioning you guys as a true contender. So watch out for the Nuggets, for real. For real. Appreciate you, Enrique. Much love, brother. Man, you guys are the best. For real, you guys are the best. And I'm ready, man, for the postseason. But that's going to wrap it up for me, man. I appreciate you guys for tapping in. Hopefully you guys like the new setup. Much more to come. I'll see you guys here for the halftime. This was my pregame, so there will be no pregame before the pregame. But I will see you guys here for the halftime between the Lakers Timberwolves. And, of course, for postgame recap, man. Enjoy both games. I know I will. I'm going to go get the popcorn ready, get set up, man. Don't forget to hit that like button. If you already haven't, please subscribe, hit that post noti bell, and enjoy the games. Go